Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Week of DLC. I'm one of your hosts, Karostrin, always by my co-host, Daniel Vargas.
Ticket to ride.
And Daniel Jang.
I'm going to take you for a ride.
And if you're not familiar with what we do, we come to you each and every week to podcasting services of your choice with topics of our choice. We sit around tables sometimes of our choice, and we talk about nerdy stuff, comics, games, movies, comics, movies,
pop culture,
games,
pop culture, everything in between. And we hope you have fun. We definitely try to have fun. And this will be episode 157. So, first time viewers, thanks for joining us. We're going to take you for a ride. And for long time listeners, you know, we're definitely going to take you for a ride. Usually we...
Shoot, it's 157?
Yeah.
So we passed a 3-year.
Yeah.
It was last week.
Yeah.
Did we acknowledge it?
No.
3 years.
3 years, baby.
We'll acknowledge it now.
I was just thinking about my laptop. I was like, I got this, like, right when we started like a week after we started podcasting.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that.
I got it because I was like, I need something
Old?
for podcasting.
Huh.
And that's all this beauty's been. I mean, I use it literally just for podcasting.
That's funny.
Occasionally, like, just some, like, in the
Web
living room
surfing.
stuff. Yeah.
Prawn.
Yeah, you know, episode 69's here and there. Take you for a ride. This episode is sponsored by Infinite Combos. Guys, if you're looking for a podcast that keeps, hitting you with those combos,
Monster kill.
we got the combo for you.
Mag fucking needle.
Use code Infinite DLC, and somehow you're gonna pull off an infinite combo the next time you get in a fight. So, watch out. Take them for a ride. Be careful. Drive safe. And yeah, Infinite Combos are our sponsor.
You seem to be looking at the camera a lot more than you normally do.
Well, I'm kind of covered in the little viewfinder thing, and it worried me for a little bit. And I was like, you know what? Let's figure it out.
Your head's chopped off.
My head's chopped off. All right, let's get into it, guys. What have you guys been up to this week? Cool. What have you been up to, Jay? What have you been up to, Mark?
Not much. I kind of stopped playing Escape from Tarkov.
Blizzard.
The game's embedded.
Yeah, we reforged him.
No, the game's
No,
in
it's
beta.
shit, but...
It has issues. But I don't know if this was an issue itself or if this was like a hacker. But I was in a game. I was doing really well. I had to do a certain mission where I have to find a key, get into a certain building, steal a certain item, and then escape. And so, before I even got in the building, I killed 3 guys already.
Okay.
And I feel like it's a pretty big feat to kill guys because anyone can hide. They can just wait for someone to come out. So you can just die at any moment. And I killed 3 guys, got the stuff. I went out and it was empty. And all of a sudden I started getting hit. I couldn't hear shots fired. I couldn't hear bullets hit me. It was just complete silence. And my guy would go ugh, ugh. And I'm like, what the? And I ran past a wall where the only entrance is where I'm at, where I entered. And I started healing up, and then I got headshotted. And I don't,
You know what it is?
know where this came from. I don't know where this
You
came
got a virus.
from. And the only cure is more virus.
Coronavirus?
I mean, I wasn't going to go there, but...
It's okay. He's Asian, so he can say it. Safe.
That's okay.
Safe.
That's how it works, folks. You can only talk about certain things.
No, but
okay.
I don't know, and then it kind of I was just saying, if I could just die this easily by someone who's hacking, I was just, I don't know, it could be a client side where because sometimes when you throw grenades, you don't hear the explosion, you just see everything, but you don't hear it. It messes up, the client just messes up, doesn't match the sound to that, and it could have been that the guy could have been so far away that it just wasn't matching the sound to the guy sniping me, but I don't know, it just
I don't know. My experience is there's hackers everywhere. I play Apex, there's hackers. There's play Fortnite, there's hackers.
I think
this one incident won't break it for me.
I know, but I was already having a bad specific day. I was trying to do that mission over and over, and I kept dying. I lost a bunch of my stuff. Every time I go with a nice gun, and I die, I lose that gun.
Yeah.
And so I had done the same thing, went in. And I don't know, it just I was just man, it's already a bad day. If I'm going to deal with hackers, I'm just going to stop. And I haven't really tried to go back yet.
Okay. I have a question for that. Is if you just are let's say you're, like you said, just hide, is there a timer?
There is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to be like, you just hide.
Yeah, they call it a raid. Whenever you go into a specific map, it's a raid, and each map has a specific timer. So one map could be 35 minutes, one map could be 40 minutes. I think the max would be 45 minutes,
Okay.
depending on how big the map is. You can do scav runs, and you hop into a game minimum 5 minutes after it's already started. So you never have the full amount of time when you're a scav, when you're a computer character that you're taking control of. There's times where you can hop in and you have like 6 minutes, 7 minutes left on the raid, and it's already like red in the corner telling you like, hey, hurry up, and you're just like, oh shit, just grab everything, because usually by that time all the main players are gone and only other scav players, and usually like if they're cool, everyone like lets each other live, and everyone's like, we're just trying to loot shit too, and like it just escape.
Okay.
But there are dicks who'll kill each other, and they'll try to steal other players' loots by killing them and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah. Planning on canceling my Netflix because I don't ever watch it anymore, and I'm losing like $156 a year or some shit. I don't know.
Okay.
It's not 156, is it?
11 a month.
132.
cheaper.
132.
Yeah.
Okay.
For
You
not
can always, I mean, the beauty of these streaming services, it's not like you're in a set lease or
Yeah.
plan or contract. You just
The
be
only
like,
reason I have
flip
it is
switch
because
off.
everyone else in my family uses it. I just don't use it. But
So
I'm
you're
paying for it.
canceling it for everyone? Damn.
I mean, if they want to get it, they can get it. Dude. Shit.
Yeah. Infinite combo code.
I mean,
Get
I've
it.
been logged onto my Netflix. Fuck, I'm just throwing money away. But
It's like a gym membership. Dude, I got a call from a customer, and he's like, yeah, I have a new card. And doesn't have to tell me why he has a new card, but he's like, yeah, I couldn't cancel a gym membership, so I just canceled the card.
dang. Got
And I
him.
was like, dude, that happened to me. I had 24-hour fitness, and they're like, no, you got to go to corporate. You got to call them. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm right here. Cancel my shit. It was the
You
stupid
didn't say the magic word.
And even then, I had to like mail something to cancel
That's
it,
fucking
dude.
stupid.
Yeah, it was the dumbest thing.
Jane, what have you been up to?
New Year's pain.
Are you done?
Yes.
I'll set you up.
Saturday, I went to a comedy show.
Oh, yeah.
The guy I met from Twitch LA, Game Over Comedy, Game Over Cast.
Game over, Greggy.
I've never seen LA with such crazy ass traffic at night. And
This area?
I realized it was because of the Kobe Bryant Memorial. A lot of people
yeah.
were just visiting.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is like daytime LA traffic,
Yeah.
but worse. Like, why is everyone exiting? And
Yeah.
I had to drive 4 miles up, detour, drive
my
4 miles
God.
back. Wow. And take exit, not the exit I was supposed to go to, the one after, and then it was okay. And it was cool. The show was cool.
A lot of Star Wars stuff. Or
Star Trek.
Yeah, Star Trek. Sorry.
I realized, damn, Star Trek. So the way they had this comedy set up is they would play videos in the background, and I was like, wow, Star Trek is very gory. There was some moment, like there's a shot where Luke Picard and Riker are using their phasers, and this guy's head blows up.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
That was like season.
You're like,
fucking-
that's not gory.
No,
that's gory, dude. This dude's head blows up.
it's not like Eraserhead, kind of like crazy, like
No,
the,
but I guess for that time, like anything.
if you saw it, I don't know.
I don't know. That to me,
Okay,
like
okay.
that on television
Sure.
at 7 p.m. Like, whoa,
Yeah, back in that time.
Yeah.
whoa.
I don't think by today's standards.
A lot of weird
Yeah,
clips.
yeah, it's weird.
I'm just like, wow. And I guess Riker just bangs a lot of chicks.
Oh yeah,
Like that's
that's literally like the first 2 seasons when we were watching them regularly. It was like every episode is like, hey, how you doing? You wanna? Huh? All right, I'll be busy, Captain. It's just like the first, even though he's got like people on the crew,
Yeah.
that he's like like regular partners with, who's he's with long-term relation. He's still kind of like, what's up? Like, oh, that's this kind of planet? I'm in. I'll be on the away team.
And did you see the episode where it shows his nipple?
Yeah.
I watched the clip. I was like, what is
There's
the
a-
fucking context of
There's
this?
Wait,
a
it shows
planet.
Riker's Nick.
Yeah, there's a planet where it's essentially Why the Last Man. It's like all women run and men are treated like it's sexual objects and stuff. And so he's on the away team to help this planet with whatever the problem is. And he kind of like takes a liking to their leader, and their leader takes a liking to him, and he's like, all right, I'll join. I'll fly along with whatever you guys are doing. So she makes him dress up in this like little like
The
robe,
pajama, like silk pajama thing, which shows his nipples. I was like, this is weird.
Those early seasons are very like, what the fuck is going on?
And there's a lot of like, they showed a lot of clips where Picard, I don't know if it's like a what if, like, oh, what if he got married? Like just him like with long hair in the side and he's with some chick. I'm like,
I don't know. They might be the holodeck,
oh, okay.
because he sometimes likes to reenact certain stories or be set in some stuff.
That makes sense. Weird. So this is like the third show I've gone to from that guy. Improvements, crazy ass improvements. Like every time I go, the headliner is not the best act, which doesn't make any sense. When you go to comedy shows, the headliner's the best act, right? Headliner's never the best act.
Wow.
Did that smooth shit on Saturday and Sunday. I won't name the company, but I was supposed to go to Outriders press event.
This is a video game, Outriders.
Not shitting on Square Enix because it's not their fault, but whoever does their marketing, he told me that he would get back to me on Friday. Didn't hear from him. So on Friday I was like, can you let me know? He's like, yeah, I'll let you know on Monday. Monday, didn't hear from him. So on Tuesday I was like, so what's going on? And he's like, oh, I'll let you know within a couple hours. Didn't hear a response from him. Wednesday and Thursday is the event. Wednesday is the day I wanted to go. So even if I wanted to go, I didn't ask for the day off or half a day. So I couldn't go. And then Wednesday he's like, oh, you know what? I tried getting you in, but it's fully booked. I'm sorry, really sorry. And I was just like, damn. I didn't respond. I still haven't responded. I was going to make a really snarky ass comment, but I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to say anything. And yeah, it just irritated me. And I was like thinking, I didn't bring it up in chat. I need to bring it up. Like, damn, was I in the wrong? Like, what should I have done? Should I have made a comment? Or
Well, what was his initial like statement initially?
he's like, oh, it's fully booked. Really sorry.
No, before, like when he like came up to you with the
So
the whole like idea of the opportunity.
The first email was like, you're gonna get paid a couple $100. We're gonna get you. You know, you just got to make a honest review about the game, pretty much. And that was the initial review email. Second email was like, you know what? I had to get an okay from my client, which is Square Enix. And then that's when the other two emails were like, oh, I'll let you know.
I feel like what they should, I mean, just from my thoughts on this as an outsider, I think had they started with, hey, I'm going to get an okay first, and then be like, all right, we're on board. Now I'm going to give you all the details of like,
But
you're going to get paid for this, you got to do this.
It's the same thing with like, if I say I'm going to get back to you within an hour, I will get back to you within an hour.
Well, that's the etiquette of
Two
that.
times,
But like, I feel like he wasn't getting his okay, and he's like, I can't give him a more info, but like, get the okay.
I would have been that day. I'm like, you know what? I couldn't get let me try again. Like, come on, dude. Just some correspondence.
Yeah,
like,
give us some transparency.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Anything else?
I mean, that's the second company where I've been burned. I got burned in San Diego Comic-Con to stream like a dream hack. They're like, oh, you could stream at our booth. When I got there,
Oh.
they're like, no, we're booked. That's like, so there's two. I won't name the companies. Two companies I probably never ever work for, if I did get big. But I don't think I'll get big. But finished Blood level 4. I've ascended.
Ameno. I laugh for you like, whoa.
Man. DLC, that was the hard part. After I beat the DLC, went back to the main story. I had 2 bosses left. Gurman, Moon Presence. Gurman took longer than I thought. I thought I'd beat him in a day, but they're nothing like the DLC bosses. And like, it's crazy because like people that I admire, they come to my stream like, fuck, I couldn't do this. So I'm like one of the best Bloodborne players in the world, dude. I'm ranked. We rank boys.
Ranked number, what
Fuck,
was it,
man.
29?
24th.
9,000.
Charge shield.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, gun length.
What's next?
I'm gonna play Dark Souls, but a little bit, because that's the game I want to play on DreamHack. But
Okay.
I don't want to go into it blind. I want to know at least where. Like, I don't want to be lost.
Okay.
So,
All right, so beat the game once.
no, just like play the first 5 hours.
Okay.
I'm gonna practice. Bloodborne, continuing Bloodborne. I'm on that one game. Build your audience, because people expect me to see Bloodborne, and I'm okay with playing Bloodborne or any of the Soulsborne games. Weekends, I
Well-
want to play side games, but then it's always been Bloodborne. And
I have a question for you.
yes,
I know how you felt about Neo 1.
mm-hmm.
Neo 2's coming out. What are your thoughts on
I
that?
played the alpha and I didn't like it.
Okay.
I was invited to the alpha, played it, streamed it.
Okay.
too similar.
If it gets better reception, would you consider it or no?
No,
No,
I don't
okay.
think so, because it's very similar to Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 is considered, people hate it.
Yeah.
It's like, the one thing I like about Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3 is these levels interconnect.
Okay.
And Neo doesn't connect. You just go to a level, finish
Yeah.
it.
It seemed very old school in that, like the old PlayStation 1 era style with that level design. Okay.
I got a job offer
What?
today. Well, it's not set yet. I had to send in my resume. I was trying to send in my resume, but I didn't charge my laptop. I could do it when I get home, but
It's all right here.
it's like, it's a crazy, like, next step. Like, it's life-changing salary kind of thing. Like, because I think I lowballed myself. So he was like asking, what is your salary? And I was talking to my coworker, like, what should I say? Like, she's like, well, obviously you got
It's
to
like
say.
Price is Right. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
What, hi.
I mean, okay,
No.
so the position I'm going into, I will get within a year. So that salary is really high. So initially, it's not that high, but
Okay.
it's higher than what I'm going to get right now. Once a year is set, my salary just gets
It jumps.
bumped to the fuck. Like, it's crazy. It's like, why would you not take the job? Like,
Well, the only question I have is,
How
is
much?
it within the work type that you're currently doing full time?
it's what I do right now.
Okay. Okay. I thought
it's like a
when you
20
said
to 30K
life-changing- Okay. That no, those are
increase.
huge.
Yeah. It's like a 20 to 30K increase.
Yeah, those
So I'm just like, fuck, okay.
Stream Studio.
I mean, it's not my passion, but I'm like thinking, if I'm going to do what I'm going to do right now, might as well get paid.
Does it come with a lot bigger, like, you got to start working, like, hey, we got to get a company phone for you?
I have no idea.
Okay.
So,
Because I know a lot of people that, at least in my work, they go from a technical role and they take on the role of a manager or manager-like role. And while it has more recognition, higher status, and better pay, they're now working not just their regular hours. And I'm like,
that's what I'm afraid of.
and I
Yeah.
feel like in some senses that devalues you.
Right.
Like it goes against your pay because
I
if you're
feel
if you're
like-
if it's a salaries thing, then
I feel like I work way more than I should anyways.
Okay.
So like it's
it's
not
good
much
move.
of a difference. Like to me, I work more than 40 hours, so it's not much.
That's awesome, dude.
So I got to send in my resume.
Do it.
But no, the reason why I say I think I lowballed it, because when I said my salary, he so he's like, wait, you know what? Let me talk to you text. So it's weird. So
He's like,
he
"Get him, get
called
him."
me at work asking about the job thing. I'm like, wait a sec. How and who? So I'm assuming it was. So I first
stream.
got the job through. That's what my coworker said. I got my current job through a temp agency. So I think my temp agency referred me to this guy to refer me, and so he called me, and then he was like, "Yeah, so how much you want your salary?" And then I'm like at work. Our department's very quiet, so I was like, "Wait, can I call you back?" He's like, "You know what? Let me text you. Give me your phone number." And I gave him my phone number, and he texted
Oh,
me.
so
And
you
so I
quickly got
texted my salary, which is more than I asked for, more than what I'm making now, and he insta replied. I was like, "Fuck, I lowballed it." I was telling my coworker, I lowballed it, dude.
He's like, deal or no deal?
So you gave a salary that you're getting, you're being paid less than what you are, what you said right now,
No,
right?
more.
Oh,
What?
No,
How
no,
mu-
no. I
The
asked
number
for
you
more.
the
Right,
number
right,
you
yeah, yeah.
said you're getting paid
Yeah.
is
I
more.
asked-
Yeah, I've done that.
Okay.
Yeah, and they just instantly replied me. I was like, "Oh fuck, I lowballed it, dude." But same city. Yeah.
Nice.
So hopefully,
moves,
I
dude.
mean, I'm really hating my job right now, so I need something new.
Yeah.
So, that's about it. Getting ready for DreamHack and moving. That's
Big moves.
2020 has been really good to me.
Hey, calm
like,
down,
so far.
Shroud.
2020.
Say to him, you piece of shit.
I got the move.
Like I know a lot of people complain about 2020, but to me, it's been really good. And
It hasn't been bad for me, but like everyone at work has been getting shitted on.
I think on a large scale, it's been bad.
Oh,
On
yeah,
a
yeah.
personal scale, I can't say it's been good or bad.
Yeah.
It's been all right. What have I been up to? I had a few things. Oh, so I've been playing a fuck ton of that Pokemon Go battling. It's not bad. So it's preseason, so they were like, we're open to suggestions. We're tweaking incentives requirements. Now they made it where the requirement to go in is a lot more bearable and easy to access. It gets fucking hard. Like I'm legit like trying whatever the pros are trying to do. I'm like, okay, what's the meta? How do I switch? How do I do these combos? How do I set this up? How do I bait them? Get them to do this? Fuck them up this way? I'm like, this is some high level shit. Like, but you mentioned exploits. Apparently yesterday, people found out that if you go into airplane mode intentionally, you can your game will still be going, and you just charge up a bunch of moves, and then you get out of airplane mode and you just fucking spam all your charge moves. People have been taking advantage of it,
And then you can do it
And so
again.
you just keep spamming, and they shut down the battling for 24 hours to resolve that. But that was, I don't know, when you mentioned exploits, I was like, yeah, I can see how that put a damper on people's moves. Because some people, a way you can get around the whole walking thing is you put some coins in, which are paid money, if you want to. And so people, I think with that in mind, they're like, no, this is,
Or you get the
like-
sock.
yeah, get the sock. So playing that. It's been fun. I keep having to like change it up to see like, all right, this strategy didn't work. I'm gonna change my team up to these 3 Pokemon or these 2 Pokemon. I've been playing Destiny. There's some new stuff coming out. So they've been like doing this whole like community focus stuff, and they're like, all right, get this one material and donate it. Donate the fuck out of it into this one pool. Everyone in the Destiny community is donating to it. And for every level you guys reach, something might happen. And all of a sudden people noticed in Crucible, when you go into Crucible, there's a bunch of different Crucible types, and there's an icon in the center that says like Imperium Foundation, which is what this donation is going towards. Like you're donating to the Imperium Foundation. Once there's like 7 nodes, and once the first one was met, one of the nodes filled, and then the icon started to change. Like the lines got longer and the shape kind of shifted.
Okay.
And it already hit like the second or third one, and it's shifting more, and people are like, wait, Crucible, Osiris, Trials, and they're like 7 wins. That takes you to flawless. Maybe this is like, if people get this donation going, it'll bring back that competitive mode that everyone wanted from Destiny,
Which is Trials.
which is Trials of
Which is what I want
Osiris. So people are kind of hyped, but
They're worried, like they're thinking back.
they're like, well, are we gonna get
the
burned?
tomb.
Yeah. But it's all right. It's kind of passive. There's enough people in the community that are doing it that I'm like, I did some. What's nice is donating also like instantly complete, like gets you guns. And so I'm like, I want this one shotgun, and each one is a random roll. So I've literally gotten like 30 just by, I have like a bunch of this stockpile. I just sat there and I just got 30 of it.
What's the item again that you're supposed to turn in?
Fractals. It's specific to the season. Like they have this
That's the like a
It's
planet.
no, it's not a planet thing. It's a new thing.
Okay.
But you could choose from a bunch of new weapons, and one of them was the shotgun. And I was like, I want to get the perfect roll. So I just like sat there like 30 to 50 shotguns later. I'm like, this one's alright. I'll keep this for later in case I get something better. This one's bad. This one's bad. This one's bad. This one's. I literally sat there for an hour, just like, this is the perfect roll. Saved. I was like, all right.
saves
Whatever.
come.
Yeah. So that's Destiny. I started Return of the Obra Dinn.
Oh, nice.
That game, is weird to start. Like you kind of don't know what you can and can't do and how to make things start. But once you get it going, once you get that ball rolling, it's just like it leads to the next thing. It leads to the next thing. And I was like, I was 2 hours into it. I'm like, is this a one sitting game or is this? Because what it is you're on a boat. It's the style of the game is kind of off putting to some. It's very like OG Macintosh, Atari, Commodore.
Click and point?
Yeah, sort of like that. You're just kind of like wandering around on this boat, kind of like basic controls. But it's think of like Pirates of the Caribbean era. And so you come on this boat, no one's on it, it's empty. And you've been ferried to it. And you have this like compass that's special. And you have a book. And the book is the Obra Dinn. And it's like got chapter headings. Mm-hmm. A picture of the crew and a bunch of people on like 2 photos, and you're supposed to figure out who everyone was, how they died, who killed them, and like specific key moments. And the way you do this is you go up to there was the beginning. Like I finally found there was one corpse. Like I looked, there's just one. And you go up to it and you're prompted to use your compass. It teleports you. It does this magical like thing, and all of a sudden, you're at the moment that corpse became a corpse. Like the moment that person died.
Yeah, like the moment he hit the ground, like
or whatever happened to him.
And wherever people were at, you see
it's freeze frame. Okay. And like there's music that plays a little bit.
Like Batman, the detective mode, or no?
Sort of, but not really. Like it's freeze frame, but like you see like people in the middle. Like one guy will be like shooting someone. A guy's over here like holding someone back.
And you don't know who these people are. You just see like a silhouette kind of thing.
So you see their faces, but you don't know names yet. Okay. And like before each scene, when it does the you'll get like 4 lines of dialogue of audio, like, and it plays on screen. So you'll hear someone say, "Charles, no." He's like, "Stand back, Elizabeth," and then, and you're like, all right. Based on that, there's like 8 characters in here. I don't know who's Charles. I don't know who's Elizabeth, but there's only one girl, so that's gotta be Elizabeth. And I guess as you see people in scenes more, their faces become more clear, and you're like, the game's telling you can identify them, or you can tell how he died or she died, but it does it in out of order. Like when I was figuring this stuff out, when I was placing it, like, oh, this scene, chapter 6, and then in that scene there will be a corpse like somewhere else in that scene, and I go up to it and it takes me to another moment, but that scene is chapter 2.
Oh my god.
And then it goes to chapter 4, and then and I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm like hooked. I don't know.
I was fiction of video games.
It's pretty interesting. I think it's clever. I don't know where it's leading to, like what the overarching story is, but the vibe of it and the way it works, like to just entice you, is pretty cool. So that's been fun. Our work is having every year they do like a bunch of work events to get people involved and like engaged in the site. So team building exercises, fun games, cook-offs, all that stuff. And every year there's a video game that someone hosts. And in the past, it's been Smash Brothers. It's been Dragon Ball Fighter Z. It's been Tatsunoko versus Capcom on the Wii. That was a weird one. And this year, it's going to be Marvel versus Capcom 2.
Baby. Mag fucking needle.
And so a bunch, like the people hosting it are people I know for good friends, and 2 of my friends, one of them is hosting is like god tier, and the other one is really good, and I've never been able to beat her. Like I've got one win
at the party where me and her were like head to head, and I still lost it.
Yeah, her. Her game is Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Ooh.
And like normally she beats the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I got one win over her like a year ago because like my last guy was Cyclops. Mm-hmm. I had 6 supers charged up. Oof. And like she had a decent amount of life on 2 characters, but I just kept spamming my supers.
Behold, optic blast.
Yeah, optic blast.
Behold,
and it would just, even block, it just would go down. And she's like, wait, how many of these does he have? I was like 5, 4, 3, and I beat her. And I was like, I beat you, holy fuck. And she's like, no, this is bullshit.
No, you beat her, dude.
I haven't been able to replicate it, but we've both been like, we need to train because we want to do well. So we started playing, and she started teaching me some like actual, like I've button mashed the fuck out of that game. She's starting to teach me actual like techniques,
yeah.
Not just combos, but just like do
assists a lot.
Yeah,
it's very
well,
important.
Like this is assist. This is to switch into this assist. This is how you choose which assist you switch in. This is
Assist gives you armor, dude.
Yeah,
But it also can fuck up your assist.
well, she wasn't giving me so much the psychology of it. She was more like typical combos go light punch, light kick, heavy punch, heavy kick. And it's like with her characters, they're very like melee focused. So when she does it, it's just like ba 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 ba. The characters I pick Cable,
Yes.
And they're
Venom,
ranged.
Viper beam.
yeah,
Hyper Viper beam.
Cable, Venom, and Cyclops. And we played, and I did better than I normally do. I was like, all right, that was good. We played a fuck ton. We played like the round one is by our work, and we just sat there. And she's like, keep playing the computer again, less of this, more of this.
Which Cyclops
Damn.
assist do you use?
So I tried something different today. We played again, not today.
There's only
yesterday.
one correct answer.
And you're probably not going to say it.
So the one I did originally
Okay.
was he just comes in, does like a basic
That's
opposite.
the wrong
The
one.
one I did today, which I'm like, I think I like this one more. He does like a Shoryuken.
That's the best one.
And-
he has iframes, dude. That's
And I was
really
like,
hard
what
to,
the fuck?
It's really hard to kill.
I was getting consistent, like canceling them out of stuff.
Yep.
Like they would come at me, I'm like,
Yeah.
"Blah." And I am now been able to consistently beat her, and she's like, "What the fuck?" Last year she did this.
What
too.
have I done?
She taught me how to play Dragon Ball Fighter Z,
Yeah.
and I ended up beating her at the tournament.
Yeah.
She's like, "God damn it, not again."
What have I done?
No, but I was like, we should both practice more because I want to get better. You want to get better. Let's fucking train.
You should just fucking use the god tier.
I'm not
Magneto,
good. The thing is, I'm not
Storm,
good.
Sentinel.
I don't know how that synergy. The way I'm using my
Well, I
characters.
mean, like, you should just learn how to do infinites and just fuck people up.
I guess I watched a video today of like Iron Man infinite air combo. It was a funny video.
I mean,
He
that
does
would
the-
be
what is it?
crazy.
Photon cannon, or what is it called?
Proton cannon.
Proton cannon.
Did that? Like,
But what I've been
was
doing
my-
is like I'll spam with Cable, and they typically block. And then occasionally I'll throw his grenade, and they end up going low because
mean-
it throws high.
That could be a topic in itself. Or should infinites be allowed?
No.
Yeah.
It's allowed in Evo.
I mean, we can talk about it.
it's allowed in Evo.
when I get to my talk. But I typically will use my Cable as like bait, and then I use my Venom assist to just chomp at them. He just jumps in, jumps in, harasses, and like I get chip damage. I keep getting chip damage, and I'm like, fuck him up, and then Cyclops like comes in with the finisher. I love Cyclops. Cyclops is my favorite.
He's a really high up character.
Nice. I know Cable's cheap, but the thing that I'm bad with right now, and I'm trying to figure out, is I accidentally do. It uses a super bar, and it auto kicks the guy out.
Oh yeah.
I
yeah,
do
yeah,
that a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
by accident, and I hate it.
There's people who do it on purpose.
Yeah, I end up spending my super when I'm like, I didn't mean to fucking.
Use it, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm trying to fix that. So in the meantime, I'm like, I have an arcade stick at home, and at the tournament, they're like, you can use pad or stick, whichever they have. The guy
wanna
has,
show off on a
the
stick.
guy has all of it. But we've been practicing at round one on arcade, so I'm like, I want to do whatever I'm
Yeah.
practicing. But I have one at home, so I'm trying to get a homebrew going so I can practice at home.
You know what you have to do. You need to come in with your circular Morpheus, Gutex, with the hitbox.
Just with my I was telling my buddy, I was like, you should come in, because the guy hosting is the God tier guy. I was telling him, when you come out to actually fight whoever wins, you need to like have a towel over your head. You need to have a water boy, bring a stool up, be like, all right, let's go.
Entrance music.
Take
whole
4
shebang.
rounds.
Have him bring a bucket too, so you can spit the
Yeah.
water back out.
Yeah. I'm like, you gotta fucking mind game him. Beat him here before you ever start the fight.
Right.
You gotta play the game with fucking boxing gloves on.
Yeah.
That's too funny.
So anyway, that's been, I think. Oh, I watched Jumanji,
The first one?
the first one,
But the
remake?
real,
of the new ones.
well, I was gonna say real life remake. That's the first one too.
I didn't care for it.
Really?
It was all right. Like, it was some funny stuff. I was like, eh. I know the second one, I've heard my folks saw it, and they're like, it's even more, like, they like the first one a lot, and they're like, the second one,
No.
just way too long-winded.
It's cool, dude. Fast and Furious 9, we got this.
Oh, my God. Let's talk about that for a second. So when they showed John Cena was going to be in it, my hunch was he's going to be Paul Walker's dad. And, like, they're gonna do something where like something happened to Paul. He's like, I'm pissed off at you, Dom.
You let him, yeah.
But when they said he's Dom's fucking brother, I was like, what the fuck? And then they do all the crazy stupid shit that they do. They throw cars at people. I'm like, I just go to space already. Just take it up. I don't know. I love it. But yeah, I was excited.
That's funny.
Did you guys watch the Super Bowl?
I didn't actually.
Did you watch the commercials?
Nope. I
show.
saw the
Nope. I mean, me.
I saw the Bryan Cranston one in the net. Was it Netflix? Did Netflix have one? I saw a movie one.
I saw YouTubers / Twitch streamers be stars in commercials. That's about it.
There was a Netflix commercial I think I saw, and just a Bryan Cranston Mountain Dew one.
Okay. I just watched the halftime show.
Ay, Dios mío. It's got the
Schnozberries.
Shakira still got it. Not gonna lie.
Yep.
The memes are good though.
Yeah, the memes are. I think they know now. They're like, lean into the memes, embrace the memes. Don't fight them. Well, there was that one year Beyonce got memed, and she's like, she had people taking down photos off to her, like, Beyonce, you don't understand the internet. Yeah,
face.
The Hulk face.
What about the Janet Jackson brooch?
I didn't realize people were suing her. I'm like, how did she didn't take it off? Timberlake.
But I mean, the whole thing was a show thing.
I'ma have you naked by the end of this song. I remember it. That's what happened. He did it.
He did it.
He did live.
There was a sundial.
Yeah. I remember the sundial. Man. Wild times. All right, you guys want to get in topics?
Let's do it.
Sir.
All right.
2020. January's over with. We're in February.
We in
already.
February, boys.
1/12 is done. There's a lot of good games coming out.
Mm-hmm.
My decision is we can revisit this after at the end of 2020.
Okay.
If you could only buy one game this year, which game would it be? I realized this came into my head because I realized a lot of my viewers they don't have a lot of money to buy games, or they don't even have Switches. So I realized money is hard to come by for some people. So if you could only pick one game, which would it be?
I don't know. That's tough, dude.
It is.
There's so many games. Like, I want to play Animal Crossing. I want to play Cyberpunk.
What's some of your top ones, and let's narrow it down.
Animal Crossing.
Okay.
Cyberpunk. Last of Us 2. But specifically Last of Us 2, I'm worried. Like, there's like, I know that I'm putting it on a pedestal. Like, it's got to be.
Everyone is.
If anything, it's got to be as good as the first. It can't be worse.
Yeah.
But the problem is, it'll change things. Like, maybe the controllers are gonna be different, and I'm gonna be like, even though this plays exactly the same, because now this is throw and this isn't throw.
Yeah.
I'm like, this game sucks ass.
It'll be like it could. You're worried of the Red Dead 2 versus Red Dead.
Yeah, exactly. Red Dead 2 would have been like, should have been like everything the first one was, but better. And it technically is. I just didn't love it.
It wasn't the things you liked.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I think back then the simplicity of what Red Dead was is what got me, and now this has like
way too real.
Too much going. Yeah, it's like too much going on.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what else.
Wonderful 101 on Kickstarter, guys. Did you guys back it?
Coming in smash, dude. I'm telling you.
I backed it.
I haven't backed it.
April?
Because what I want is
Beautiful?
Did you
Beautiful Joe.
Did you back up the one where you get blocked?
No.
That's like what it starts at like $80, I think.
What? No, 30.
Oh, okay,
35.
Never mind. I was like looking at him, and I only saw like.
Okay, Mr. Big Spend over here gets a promotion. You didn't spend $300.
Shit.
Some of us can only afford one game.
I feel like I'm missing like December, November games.
Yeah, there are.
I don't think they have them listed really.
Final Fantasy.
Oh, I mean, it's not No More Heroes. Like, I don't think it's.
Is it this year?
Yeah.
They said 2020. They just said 2020.
Okay. That's probably why I don't know.
Of the ones we know, I'm kind of between Animal Crossing, Doom, Cyberpunk,
You can only pick one, though.
I know. I'm gather them up.
I know myself.
Animal Crossing is very like there's no end with it. So I'm like, okay, that's a pro and a con because it could just be ongoing. It could be something I passively play, but then I feel like there will reach a point where it loses my primary attention, and I'll want something else. But I'm like, at the same time, counter argument, I have so much backlog that I can do that. Doom Eternal, I just want to inject that into my veins and play.
But that is literally like maybe a week's worth.
They said it's like triple the length of the first one.
Oh, okay. 3 weeks worth.
Which worries me in a different way. I don't want fluff. I loved how concise that was.
Yeah.
And I'm worried they're going to lean into the fluff. And I'm like, it's going to feel But the music, the world, I don't know.
My safe pick would be Animal Crossing. Like, they haven't done wrong. Like, I don't see it being like, oh, I don't
played the mobile?
I play the mobile. Yeah, I mean, I played it for like a week.
They have done wrong.
but the console version,
yeah.
It's always been like it's what you expect. I can maybe get like a month out of it before like I really start feeling like I don't want to keep doing this over and over.
Before hackers start exploiting your town.
Exactly.
That was a real thing.
Yeah.
People fucked up your island, dude, or your town, like legit.
PvP?
Dude, people could fuck it up, dude.
How are they fucking up?
Different forms of PvP.
Shit would be like you couldn't get rid of, like certain tree or certain thing. There was hackers that fucked over your.
So they would add undeletable things.
Yeah. So all you do is just turn off your, and then have Rossetti lecture you for 10 minutes. Okay.
Thank God for Rossetti.
You were saying?
So that's my safe pick. My dangerous pick, because I don't know what the game's going to be like, but Cyberpunk. Because if anything, I know that would probably have multi playthroughs. Like I could play as like one type of like character design, which I would follow like a certain path, and then play a different version. Because I know you can hack stuff.
Yeah.
So you probably like build into a hacker.
Yeah.
You can be like just straight up like a fighter, just hack. Go into gun.
Plus, it's I feel like that's your safe pick because it's like into the stuff you love about tech, where it's like augmentation.
I'm just worried about like really big games. I get tired. I can't finish them. So like we have like Grand Theft Auto. I've never really finished a Grand Theft Auto game.
Oh, okay.
Witcher. I've like, and that's from them.
Right? But is that genre your cup of tea?
I like it. I like it a lot. But I get too into it in the beginning, and like I want to do everything. Like literally, like once I finish something, it's like, all right, 6 more quests have opened up. I'm gonna do all those 6 before I move on to the next step. And then when I do those, like 12 more quests have opened up, and then I start being like overwhelmed with the amount of like.
Then I say if you were to pick one, yours is Last of Us 2. Because it's not gonna be like forever. It'll be what it is.
Yeah.
The only risk you run at that point is whether it's too hyped or not. But I think Naughty Dog's pedigree versus Red Dead and all them is they're consistent in like a lot. Like I think you're gonna know what you're gonna get for the most part.
So what you're telling me is I'm going with Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
So you probably think my pick is Animal Crossing?
No,
it's not.
Last of Us 2.
Because with Animal Crossing, you can't play for a long time every day.
Really?
Like for me, I would only play for like 10, 15 minutes unless it's summertime. Then I'll play for longer. But it's a game that there's nothing to do.
Well, okay, I have a question for you, having been a Stardew Valley player. It doesn't have those similar
because Stardew Valley is like it's not real time. So like Animal Crossing is real time. Stardew Valley is like
30
expedited
minutes of real time is like a whole day.
Yeah, it's like an expedited time. So time matters.
Do we know features and details of Animal Crossing?
I mean, not
like what if they make up for like what you're saying? I understand. What if they make up for that by putting more things for you to do?
I guess,
more things like you can collaborate with.
Don't know what they could add.
Okay.
To be honest.
Okay.
Like the only exciting thing about Animal Crossing is like catching rare bugs, and that's only in the summertime, and it's only a certain time period, like real time. Like you only have a 4-hour window to catch this bug.
I know that when you start the game, you play it for like maybe the longest you'll ever play the game at once, because you're setting everything up, you're getting everything. But then there's a point where it's like you plant something, you have to wait for it. Like
sure,
or
but aren't there like you can make shirt designs, you can check out other people's houses,
but like
you can
I
buy
feel like
stuff.
that's a lot of that you do in the beginning, and then
a lot
And
of
then
things get
sporadically.
closed. It's like real time. So
Oh, the
stores
stores
close
close.
at like 6, and you just don't have anything to do. There's a point where you just don't have anything to do. You're like, all right, I'm done for today.
I wonder what. Well, so you're saying that when it's night, there's no activities.
You can catch bugs in the summertime. Rare bugs. They only
That's
come
the
out
only
at
thing
night.
you can
That's-
do.
yeah, but it's fun. Like
Okay.
catching the rare bugs is fun. That's the only thing that
So-
I'll play a long time for.
I wonder if they'll, because you're mostly a night streamer. I
Uh-huh.
wonder if they'll do stuff where it's like you can do things at night, like
It
besides.
could be for streamers, possibility. I don't think so.
Well, I just think in general, like if that's something that limits the gameplay, they want people to play this more. I would think that that's an obvious thing on their mind, but who knows? I don't know. It's coming soon. Like when is
I
it?
think-
March?
Next.
Nintendo's always been the health of about the health of people. Like they'll add warnings. They purposely don't allow not allow, but they are willing to like risk amount of time played on a game to have like for people. Like Monster Hunter has that warning like health risk. Like please make sure like you don't.
No, I thought you were going in a different direction. Nintendo, they're very like protective of people. Like they will not let you like. You can't do this unless you have a friend code. Like they won't. Which I wish they would make an Animal Crossing public lobby thing kind of thing. But they're just very protective. Like no, you can't. What if this guy cusses? Like, no, we
Oh,
can't let
you
that
mean like
happen.
online?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what's I feel like it's holding it back.
Okay.
Like Animal Crossing MMO, or not even MMO. Like
There'll be. I mean, I get that for the general public. That's the thing, but people will be on Discords and subreddits,
Yeah.
be like, "Here's the friend codes."
Yeah.
It'll be just or QR codes.
Yeah. Yeah, there's different methods to get around it, but I think Nintendo's always been a thing about like health and don't play like 10 hours a day kind of thing.
Talk to the shiny hunters in Pokemon.
Obviously, but like I mean, at least with Animal Crossing, they've done a good job of like it's real time and there's only certain times of the day that there is things to do, and it's like you don't want to be playing that game all day long.
imagine they have a 20.
No, I'm not saying all day long, but there's people that play at different times a day.
Yeah.
So if I get off work, I don't think it's like, oh, well, I can't play now. So,
And
Most
I don't
are
know how the new
100%.
game is, but I used to manipulate time a lot.
Oh, just the clock?
Yeah, so summer is like the best time to play. If I can manipulate time, I'm going to summer
Yeah.
right away. Like that's where I'm going.
so it's not Animal Crossing.
My pick is
All of us too.
yes, it is. I invested in story. I think people should pick Cyberpunk because I think you get more bang for your buck. But my personal pick is The Last of Us, just because I want to know what happens.
I would say for like specifically you as a streamer, like you, not like other streamers. I think Last of Us is a great game for you because you play very slow and meticulous, and I think that's what that game requires. Like it's like I would consider it a stealth game. Like you're stealthing away from like
Sure.
these creatures and stuff, and I think you can create more game time in this game by playing like that. Where I'm just gonna like run through and just like rush through like a fucking clicker and escape.
You're gonna have grounded
I-
mode.
I'd say depending on the age group and the interests, it'd be between Animal Crossing or Cyberpunk as a public recommendation for people, because I think those two are going to give you most bang for your buck long term wise. That was like whenever I think of games like recommendations, I mean, growing up, I think all three of us the same way. It's like the biggest thing was what gives you the most bang for your buck longevity wise. Not so much this was a 4-hour game or 5 or 10-hour game, but it was amazing and it changed my life. Like that was always trumped by you can play this game forever, which is interesting.
It's gonna be interesting because, like, you know how I said I'm focused on Soulsborne?
Yeah.
So I really don't know how I'm gonna divvy up the time. That's kind of scary because I don't want. If I play Last of Us 2, I feel like no one's gonna watch me. I don't know. I just have this weird feeling like no one will watch me.
I mean, when does it come out?
Oh, that's it got delayed. So
Like
don't know.
September?
yeah.
Okay.
You got some time. Time to build an audience.
Yeah, you got time. This is tough.
It's make believe. It's
Does
not true
Diablo
life.
come out this year? Or
No,
I
not
don't
the
know.
new one.
And I'm.
They just released a new season, though.
Right now, Blizzard's like good fortune is doing. It's crazy. Yeah. hey, what's up, dude?
Yeah, I can't get them back. I'm sorry, dude. I can't.
I'd say personally, I'm more looking forward to the surprises that are going to get announced this year, which there's always going to be some. The ones we don't know about. I feel like there's going to be something there that I'm more excited for. I don't know what it is. It could be whatever comes up in my topic. Because if that's what it is, it's going to take me for a ride, folks.
You
is
know
it out of focus this entire time?
Hey, that's perfect though.
You can't tap on the screen and it focuses on someone, or you know what'd be crazy is at
That was
B3,
bokeh effect, dude. It was actually, wasn't too bad.
B3,
Yeah.
they're just like oblivion. They did it with Fallout
My God.
4.
NPC characters are back, everyone. Yeah.
Just a big coming right out.
The star, whatever the star game is. I can see them announcing that, but that's a whole nother thing. I don't know. I think of the ones we know, the game I'm for sure going to buy and play immediately is Doom.
Okay, so Doom it is.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with the for sure one. I don't know what I'll think of Cyberpunk because I get always like with those. There's way too many fucking RPGs on my Switch.
People have played Doom already, right? To my
The new
knowledge,
one?
yeah.
They played like a 4-hour, 8-hour, whatever
That's what I thought.
thing of it. and
There's probably no like they have a embargo on it. They can't talk about it.
they
Oh.
got released.
Oh,
Like
okay.
so people started talking about it when that's how I knew that people had played it. But it looks fun. Like everything I heard was been positive. I think it's like if you're a fan of Doom, this is
yeah.
up your alley.
Yeah.
So I'm like, sign me up. Give me more of that music. That's all I want.
Oh no, you're right. I did read a review where the guy said, "Yeah, they talk for 2 minutes and bam, they hit the ground running, dude. Let's go!" Like,
That's what I want.
And then
I'm just debating now whether I want to play it in high fidelity on my computer or on the go on my Switch.
both.
why not both? ¿Por qué no? Los dos.
Yes, that's the new motto.
Black
So.
Friday, just get the Switch one. For
Hey, we
cheap.
said one game. We didn't say how many times you could buy it.
That's true. I was thinking that. What I should have used. God damn it! I should have done that because I got for my cousin. I was gonna get him Pokemon Sword and Shield. So I originally bought the double pack.
Okay.
And I was like, I'll take advantage of this bonus. He can have the game. They were both plastic sealed. And I found out he stopped playing Pokemon. Right? And I was like, I hadn't mailed him his gift yet. I was like, fuck. So I went and got him Baba Is You. I was like, all right, I think he'll like this. And I got him Baba Is You and I got him Hollow Knight.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm going to see if, I'm like, it's way past the return for this. So I'm going to try and get trade-in credit. But I'm like, wait, before I try trade-in credit, these are both completely in sealed. So I go to a GameStop. I was like, "Can I return these?" I don't remember if I got it from them or not. And they're like, "It's not in our system, but yeah." So they're like, "These are both $59.99." So yeah, go pick.
So you got $120.
So I was like, "Get Animal Crossing Switch."
I pre-ordered mine already.
You got it?
I'm gonna wait and see if I can do a trade-in. I mean, I might be screwing myself over because.
You could
It's
do a
good.
trade-in. At least my GameStop lets me.
But would I have to trade it in now and then wait? For
No,
it?
no. You buy it at full price, do the transfer, return. They do a virtual return purchase with the trade-in.
I'm so confused. Okay. Then.
You'd have him talk to the people.
So
Talk to my people. Talk to your people.
you buy the new one.
Mm-hmm.
You still have the old one. You got to transfer it at home, or you could do it there, like you did.
Right, but that's when it's out already. It's not
He's
out.
saying when he like, "Can I go pre-order it?" You could probably
Yeah,
put
you
like,
can pre-order it now.
And
I mean, you're not
pre-order
paying
and then
for
do
it.
Yeah.
you don't have to pay for it.
No,
when
no,
you get it.
I just do a certain down payment so that it's
Yeah.
locked in.
But when I got there, I was like, all right, I should get one game
You
that's
should
currently
do
out.
it soon because it might sell out.
I know, that's what I'm worried about.
They didn't sell out. I was talking to them because usually those kind of things sell out the same day. They're like, "Yeah, dude, it hasn't sold out yet, but it's gonna sell out."
Yeah.
Like, so you should do it soon.
So I got a game that was out right now, which was Tokyo Mirage,
Okay.
the Fire
Oh,
Emblem
yeah, yeah,
crossover
yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Persona style. And then I was like, wait, can I pre-order do it on a game that isn't out yet? And they're like, yeah. I was like, can I do it for a digital code of Animal Crossing? They're like, yeah. I'm like, put that one to that. And now I'm thinking, like, should have done it for Doom too.
Yeah.
Doom and Vandal just been both of them.
Oh yeah.
I didn't think of that. Well, whatever. I'll try. I'll get it anyway. But all right. Anyway,
Why not both?
Doom Eternal.
All right.
We're time traveling.
So I had
It's your topic.
Cyberpunk. He had
Last of Us, but Cyberpunk for the people's choice.
I have Doom Eternal, and for the people, Animal Crossing or Cyberpunk, depending on like your. I guess
You just said I have a straightforward answer. That's it.
No. It is straightforward because it's. I don't want people to go be like, oh, I don't have a Switch, so I can't get Animal Crossing. Then get Cyberpunk. So if you have any console besides the Switch, get Cyberpunk, and you're of that age group. If you have a Switch, go Animal Crossing.
What's wrong with age groups, dude? Don't age discriminate.
Ay que Dios mío. De ninguna manera.
All right, so my topic.
Eso es lo que ella dijo.
So I was looking it up just to make sure. So they are releasing a all-in-one package for Kingdom Hearts. Now,
course they are.
at first, I thought it was literally everything, and I
Stop.
can say it's literally everything except for DLC, a specific DLC.
Interesting.
Wow.
So it includes Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3, and then it includes like the story so far, and then it includes 1.5 and 2.5, which those two include like all the mobile versions, which is like the DS and the 3DS, which is like Final Mix, Chains of Memory, 358 divided by 2 days or whatever.
Yeah, it's like 358 X2 to put
Yeah.
Division 3 to the third exponent.
And then there's Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. There's Birth by Sleep Final Mix. There's Recode HD Remastered. And then it comes with the Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Chapter, which includes the Dream Distance, the .2 Birth by Sleep, which is so ridiculous, dude. The Kingdom Hearts X back cover, which is a movie.
Okay.
So it includes everything except for package.
I'm in.
Except for
Forget what I recommended. This is what people should
this
get.
is what we need to get.
You get 30 games for the price of one.
It does not include Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC and Remind, which I don't know which version of that game that is. So all the DLC for this newest Kingdom Hearts you don't get.
Okay, what's your topic?
So my topic is what other series could use a type of like full discography release like this all at once. You just get a single like game box that comes with 16 CDs that you need to play all these games.
Before we go into it, I saw a Mega 64 thing where literally it's one of them just on a street corner, and he's like trying to explain to people that walk by this story of Kingdom Hearts. As there was like, do you have a minute for me to explain Kingdom Hearts?
Kind of doing like the Jesus thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with a not expected pick,
Ooh.
but
Can I expect what you're expecting?
go for it.
Persona.
No,
Damn it. Okay.
I'll give you a hint. It's a mainland or mainline Nintendo.
Mario. No.
Mario Kart.
Zelda?
Mario Kart.
He just
Oh,
said
Mario
Mario
Kart. You're like Mario Kart. Yeah, I would love like, huh? This is how I win. I would go. I think a Mario Kart collection would be really rad because then you could. It's sort of like. I always see it with fighting games.
Yeah.
And I love those because it's like you get a history of those older games. You get an art gallery within the game. Like sometimes they'll throw in clips of like, design. I would love a history of Mario Kart and like early designs later, all the different versions of it, the Game Boy ones, the 3DS ones, the DS ones, the N64, the Super Nintendo, like all of them, just bundle it up together. I think it'd be a pretty sweet package.
It's not bad.
Good value.
It's not bad. So you get like the original Mario Kart, and then from there, just all the
Every version of it.
Damn. Up to 8 with all the DLC. It has to have the DLC though.
Of course. Everything. I want all of it in there. If fucking Kingdom Hearts can get away with that shit, they can easily do this with Mario Kart. But like it'd be great because I think just like fighting games, you could just be like, all right, let's do some races, and you'd be like double dash. Like no, I want to do a 8 deluxe match, and someone else would be like, no, we will do like a trial, like a bunch of versions. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that'd be fun.
No, you know what'd be crazy though? Just
What?
to add to that, what if like there's like this like crazy mix match mode where it's like from different. Okay, it's like 8 races. Like a circuit.
Oh,
and then,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
different
yeah.
Games like what the.
Yeah, so the first race would be from Super Nintendo, second race would be
Yeah.
from
Dude, it's like what they're
That'd
doing.
be fucking
What
awesome.
they're doing with Mario Builder, like
Yeah.
where you can choose different
Yeah.
like parts of the different games to add on.
That'd be rad.
Yeah.
So that'd be so
Mario
sick.
Kart Builder.
Boom.
Mine,
Top that.
I hope you don't take
you
mine.
can say. Hopefully it could fit in one Switch cartridge. Fear Emblem, all of them in one cartridge. I mean the early ones can fit, but I don't know if it will fit with 3 houses in it and the Wii versions and like So maybe a multiple cartridge thing. I don't know.
I think they can make it fit into one.
Fire Emblem was originally like a Japanese RPG, right?
It's a tactics.
Turn-based.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like that old style Advanced Wars Fire. Yeah, the same thing.
Yeah.
That'd be a rad collection. Sakurai sponsored.
Byleth.
I actually have 2.
Oh,
I mean, I had a backup in case. So the one I would love, and this isn't even like because like the stories aren't even really connected, but Final Fantasy, like dude, Final Fantasy, and originally like dude, they were gonna have,
Minus
like,
to multiplayer one. The art.
so originally like they had like the 3DS came out with like Final Fantasy whatever, and it was like 1 and 2 in there, and then 3 and 4 in there, and I'm like, dude, at some point they're all gonna come out, and like they've never done it, they haven't done it, and I'll be like, how sick is it for everything to come out? You get like 10, you get 13, you get all these, minus the online ones.
One question: do you get War of the Lions Tactics?
Yes,
Yes.
I was gonna say
I'm sold.
you get.
You should.
Done.
I was like, you have to get that shit. You get fucking Final Fantasy.
As
8,
long as
9.
they're the correct versions of them, because I know they've done it with Chrono Trigger too, where like if they put it on PC, but it was like a port of the
I
mobile
think
or
it's
something.
issues
like,
with the. I guess because
Just make sure they do
it could
it
be possible
well.
because all the old ones have been ported to mobile, so it's possible that they're like, this is our newest version.
No.
We'll just port this mobile one over to this one.
for some of these games like that, those I would definitely add. I know some older RPGs that are getting ported or remastered. They have a fast forward button, much like how an emulator would work,
Yes.
because they're like, this is old, and we
Yes.
understand that that is essential for that
Yes.
collection.
Yes.
Real quick, just this is off topic. So I had bought the Disney collection on Switch that
Yeah.
comes with Aladdin. So I played The Lion King. I used the fast forward feature. It's cheating, whatever. I beat the game finally for the first time in my life.
Did you?
The Lion King game was exactly the one I was thinking of. Aladdin game is not the fucking one I'm thinking of, dude. It's not the game that I thought, and I'm extremely fucking disappointed.
Return it.
God damn it, dude.
So you won't farm
Held off.
for materials, but you'll use the rewind. Wait.
Well, for me, it was just beating the game because I've never beaten it. I mean, I can go back to
The maps- using a map
there
is okay.
So I remember there was a point in Lion King where I had to you have to keep moving because like the level's
Yeah.
moving, and I had to jump to a giraffe's head.
Yeah.
But the giraffe was like tilted up, so there's like it wouldn't
Yeah.
catch. And dude, like I rewind like.
There's a
16 times before
apparently-
I finally got the jump. And I was like, dude, doing this in like regular mode, I would have to start the whole game over at this point.
I've heard in that remaster the collection you have that there's a way where it'll just let the game take control, and like it'll do the perfect jumps for the parts or the perfect whatever,
Yeah.
and then you can be like, all right, now that it got through that, I'm jumping back on, and it just seamlessly gives you control back. So you could have done that.
Speedrunner. Got it,
Nah.
boys.
See, now I can say it was still all me, though. Huh?
Can you though? We'll never know. What was your other one?
The other one, I don't know what Aladdin was. I've never seen it before. But the one I was thinking of is there's a point where you grab the magic lamp and you escape by going on the magic carpet, and you have to like go down or higher and avoid like the stalagmite
In the cave.
things, and then at some point the lava starts rising up, and you have to kind of like, and there's a point where you have to go really high up to dodge a stalagmite pointing up, and then you have to go really far down, but you can't go all the way down because there's lava. And I would always like, I couldn't like squeeze in between that, And I was thinking when I played the Lion King, I was like, I can rewind this, I can keep going and finally beat this part of it. It's not the same game. It's like a platformer. It's like the running version of the beginning of Aladdin.
Yeah.
But it's just not that same game. I've never seen it before, and I'm extremely disappointed. But anyways, that has the rewind feature.
Okay.
That's what it was all about.
That was interesting. What I was asking about the other one was, what was your other collection?
So the other one is Resident Evil.
Oh.
They have one.
But like every
all
single
of them?
Up to 6.
Okay.
That's
They
not all
had
of them.
one up to 6.
do you know what it's called?
It's like Resident Evil
Up
collection.
to 6.
Resident Evil
But
up to 6.
you know what I realized is they didn't have like the side ones. It was just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
the
So
main-
that's what I
main
want.
series?
Full discography up until the point that it's at right now, including the VR ones. Having
okay.
everything in it. That'd be really cool. I mean, another one, but they've kind of done a similar one as well, is Metal Gear.
Yeah.
They have
one.
I mean, it doesn't have everything.
It doesn't have everything.
But it has a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, those really. I mean, but one thing that I would want is like with story ones like Resident Evil or Metal Gear to put it in actual story mode order. Because like with Kingdom Hearts, this shit is completely out of whack. So it'd be really cool if like when you play, you're like, okay, you're playing the first game, which is not the first game. You're like, perfect. That's what I want to do. But so that's what I would want. Like if any of these came out, like put it in order for me.
Yeah.
Let me enjoy this story the way it's supposed to be, meant. And then the creator's like, no, that's not how you're
Or you
supposed
can
to
have
play
it like on the main game screen where you're picking the games.
Yeah.
You gotta be like sort by release
story
order.
mode? Yeah, exactly.
Or chronological.
Yeah. Oh,
you know,
shit.
boom. You can
Nice. And someone be like, I want to play how people really played it.
pick random mode. Boom.
Shit. Every next like, screen is a different one. What the fuck? You're at the boss fight. Like, what the fuck?
You load one
Dude.
game and the next stage is another game.
This
stage.
reminds me. There's a game one of my coworkers has been telling me about. It's on the Switch. It's called EVO Land.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Have you heard of it?
yeah.
So it's like Evolution Land or something. And what it is it's a game that starts in like 8-bit or 16-bit, but as it progresses, it becomes less of a 2D and it starts evolving into a 3D game and on.
graphics.
And I'm like, what happens once it hits 3D? Like, does it stop or is there more? He's like, no. Eventually, you get to a point where it's like no more load screens, and then you get anti-aliasing,
And then
there's shadows.
and it zooms out and shows you playing the game. Yeah. Simulation.
You're like, huh? You look,
Got it?
look back.
You look up and you see yourself like, what?
Episode of Black Mirror. No, I was like, that's fucking funny. I'm like, it made me think like this is a college kid or
Yeah.
team's like project. Like, all right, let's take these mechanics and make it a game. I don't know.
It just reminds me of there's a prank that someone did. Some guy's looking at his Snapchat, but then he looks at a story and he sees himself and his friend who Snapchatted him looking. He's like, look, he looked. Oh, what the fuck? He got scared. He's like, oh shit.
That's fucking good. Nice.
Videoception. But that's my.
That's good. I mean, I'd buy some of those collections.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, let's take us for a ride. EVO 2020 just announced its lineup of games. I don't know all of them, but there's one game that's back.
All right, guys, we'll see you. We're heading there.
Marvel, baby. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is having an official game on there. It's the old one brought back. They're bringing it's like a 8-person qualifier. It's very like small. It's not like the other tournaments that are being done at EVO where there's open qualifiers, anyone can go, it builds up. But it is back, so it begs the question like, what does that mean? What else could come back in the future? Like, does this mean anything for the Marvel vs. Capcom franchise? Other games like Mortal Kombat out. I mean, there's a bunch of different fighting games, but like they have 9 that they go with, and I don't know how closely you guys follow fighting games, but I don't know if you have any history with Marvel vs. Capcom. Any thoughts on what the direction EVO's going with some of these game choices? Just I wanted to all these questions.
I got history.
Yeah, history.
Marvel.
Drop some knowledge.
Marvel. No, it's only arcade history, dude. I get wrecked. No, but so
What do you think of Marvel vs. Capcom?
I'm gonna come out of left field.
All right.
I'm thinking that the future of fighting games is looking bleak. and this is why EVO knows this, and that's why they're bringing back old games that had like. This is like where I feel like peak. This was like peak EVO is having these games, you know, and they're like, we got to bring these back. We got to bring peak EVO back, and that's why they're removing.
It's an 8-player tournament, so it's not going to be a big thing.
Yeah, but like they're testing the waters.
Okay.
They're like dipping their toes. And like, is it cold? Nah. It's
Dive in.
This is an ocean, or whatever you say.
Ocean.
Onison or whatever.
Onison. Yep. That's it.
I don't know. Some.
Okay, so you think this is them trying to bring people back?
I think this is them trying to like see if this can bring more people back.
So you don't think they'll do anything like
crazier,
okay,
wilder crowd that hopefully takes showers?
Well, it's not Smash, so
Smash is there. Ultimate's going to be the tournament, so they're
Oh, but not Melee?
no.
Then they're not trying to bring people back. I'm just kidding.
I think Melee was out last year.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jane?
I think they're gonna make it VR, fighting vipers, and you make out. No, I was kidding, but no. I hope that they make another one. It's been rumored that they were making like a Capcom Fighters. It's been rumored for a long time. I hope they make a new one. I mean, this is my dream is like a Marvel versus DC. That's never gonna happen.
Well, they've talked. I remember hearing interviews where Ed Boon has had conversations with whoever owns some of those properties, and he's like, the biggest conversation in at least what he recalls, like where it was getting some traction, was which engine are they going to do that kind of crossover in? Is it going to be in the Marvel vs. Capcom kind of engine, or will it be more in the Injustice Mortal Kombat engine? And
they should do both Marvel vs. DC and then Warner Brothers DC versus Marvel. Do both.
Crossovers.
Because they've done that for Tekken, right? Street Fighter Tekken.
I don't know how they sold. That's the only.
true.
That's the only.
Well, that's on them.
Yeah.
You get the license.
They should
How
make it a
good you make-
Kickstarter. Like be like, all right, first tier, we'll do one. Second tier, we'll
block you.
We'll
Yeah,
do both.
fifth tier, Ed Boon tweets and blocks you.
Third tier, Ed Boon's gonna take you for a ride.
Oh. 69. But,
Okay.
realistically, they're going to probably release a remaster for PlayStation 4 and
Switch.
So
Xbox
you think
One.
it could be an announcement?
No
at EVO?
Switch?
Oh, Switch as well. Yeah. All the platforms. PC.
Full crossplay.
I think people shouldn't be sleeping.
Wow.
People shouldn't be sleeping on the Switch, man.
No.
No.
Be sleeping on the
No.
Switch.
The fucking Mortal Kombat. The
Outer Worlds?
no, Mighty Morphin. I was
Oh.
trying to say Morphin, but I was mighty. I was like Mighty Power Rangers. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That game is like the closest to MVC I've been seeing in recent game,
picking it
and
up
they've
really
said
well.
they're like we took a lot of our inspiration from that. And the things they've been doing, like regularly patching it, updating it. They just got an update, full crossplay against all consoles and systems. Updated like online rankings and online playing, new characters being added. I'm like, this is pushing. I mean, this is on Switch as well, so I'm like, I've been loving it there. But yeah, I'm more in what you think, Jang. I think they're gonna get a remastered. I would love that. Fucking bring it back.
And so would you guys say like it's a possibility that they'd announce it there? Like once they're gonna do it, they're like, hey, and by the way, the reason we even have this is because there's a remastered, and that's what we're playing here today.
I think it's that, but I think it's gonna. They need to do what you're saying, but do it with some of these. Like, you see some of these, like maybe not E3. Like people will be like, we're gonna not show our game at E3. We're gonna show it where we're gonna have more eyes, which is Video Game Awards, for instance, for our whatever their game is.
Yeah.
I think the fighting game community or the EVO and all these games that are coming out or being played at EVO are going to prepare for announcements at EVO and use that as a platform to make EVO more exciting, but also to draw attention to EVO if these like Street Fighter 6, announce it. Marvel vs. Capcom remastered, throw it out there. Maybe even tease Capcom. Like I'm swinging for the fences with my bets. Capcom Fighters, whatever the fuck that game is going to be, if it is a thing. To fucking just show something that blows people away and be like, holy shit. Smash Bros. Reveal one of the fighters at EVO, like one of the new season fighters or whatever. Just balls to the walls, just all this fighting game shit. Just throw it out there.
Yeah.
Elevate the event. elevate the games, help us all, save the world.
Create a new gaming fighting tournament called ELV, short for Elevate. Instead of Evolution.
Add Tetris.
Elevate it.
Elevate.
I mean, EVO Japan was kind of exciting. That's cool to watch.
What do they have?
I mean, there's
Not Marvel.
They had ARMS one year.
Yeah.
ARMS too. Hey, we fucking laugh.
I was just looking at the Street Fighter 5
Yeah, dude.
the
They were
last
some
match. And Knuckle Dude, America's Last Hope.
The Tekken one. You remember that one?
Yeah.
That one guy.
Oh yeah. The
Pakistan.
Oh, he won, right?
Yeah.
Spoilers. Thanks, dude.
Fight me.
But I mean, Maximilian brought up a good point. There not a game that's hype. Like he said, Marvel was like one of the few ones. Melee was one of the few ones. He said Tekken is the closest thing, but it's still not hype.
I feel like the what they lack is like they need these characters. They need the Knuckle Dudes. They need the Sonic Foxes. They need them, and they need rivalries. And they need like the casters are doing a great job. They like need to tell the story of these rivalries and build that, because that's what people I think people don't stick to like the Tekkens and the Street Fighters. They stick to the fighters where they're going. And like
when we look back at those moments, like Street Fighter, it was two really well-known players. We had Justin Wong,
Daigo.
we had Daigo,
the names. Yeah. It's like
and
wrestling.
people just don't hold back,
No pairs.
you got orange.
You
Sentinels.
start careers, you retire careers.
Exactly. Yeah.
Down the same day.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm very curious.
I've always
It's
wanted to go to EVO.
My buddy's like, I'm not gonna qualify, but I want to go see it in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, excuse to go to Vegas, baby.
He could pro career starting and ending the same day.
Yeah.
It's the new thing.
Evo, Vegas. Yeah, I'm curious.
Would you go with your brother if he goes?
My brother, I don't think he follows fighting games. He plays Smash.
Yeah.
And he followed Melee heavily. He didn't follow it after. So I don't know if he'd want to go, but I'd go. Yeah.
Would you enter?
I'd try.
Might as
I'd try.
well.
I
Shit,
mean,
you're paying for it. Shit.
Is it free? Not free?
No.
No, you have to. There's
There's an entry
fee. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see because I agree. I think esports is making plays across the board. You got your Fortnites, you got your Blizzard, Activision, Owls, all that stuff, and then you got fighting game community. And I feel like they have a platform that's established and known, and they're trying. I think this Marvel vs. Capcom is hopefully a hint at what we see them take this platform.
Crazy is I feel like fighting games are undervalued. Like they don't get it. The prize pool sucks. The exposure kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's hard. Like
It's like hype too. It's the most hype. I think it's like
I think
one of
it's
the most.
greed, dude. Like people like take money, so like they're trying to take that much profit, so they're not making as much tournament. But I think to elevate, venues are trying to take the most profit, so they don't like allow as much of the money to be tournament money when it should be. But I think to elevate this, I'd agree with you. It's got to be like what wrestling does. Like it literally hypes up individual people and it hypes up like their matches. It's like, dude, these guys have been like since birth have been rivals.
Yeah, they like in addition to the tournament, which anyone could do. I think they should have some grudge matches or whatever.
They need Conor McGregor's of EVO.
What's it called? The guy you said, Gutex and who's the other guy?
Mike Ross?
Yeah, I don't know. Legends, bring in. A lot of people were like, "Who's going to be in the MVC?" And Jay Wong was like one of the top guys in it. So
yeah,
he's like, that's a name to
maybe
build this.
Didn't he retire?
The game retired
the same day.
I'm curious.
Clockwork is most famous for losing a $20,000 money match.
Woo!
Yeah. And he was like one of the best Marvel players.
Marvel, baby. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's just thinking about fighting games. It's outside of just like people button mashing. I think it's hard to get the awareness out of like how to get involved in a fighting game community, where to go for it. Is it fucking hey, dude?
It's
that bokeh effect though.
Artistic.
Welcome to EVO.
You can't tap on the screen and it focuses.
Oh my god, he got you, bro. He got you.
Marvel, baby.
You probably had it like focusing somewhere else. So eventually, it was just like, oh, that needs to be focused. Just like, sloop.
I think the camera's been like, get the fuck out of here.
It's trying to focus on the kids.
Yeah, the kids. That's all I have.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool. Where can people find you guys?
They can find me under the heater at
Not really.
the Fulio 365 on Instagram, and then the Fulio everywhere else.
At The Last Bosses on Twitch.
At DreamHack.
At DreamHack. 2 weeks.
You can find me at Kuja Prime. You can find us all at the Weekly DLC. Please like, subscribe, follow us, leave a review on SoundCloud, iTunes, anywhere. We'd appreciate any feedback you have, good, bad, in between, infinite combos.
Let us know you're real.
Yeah, just we want to hear back from you, please. Until next time, well,
DLC.
You later.
Wah.